Take two! Sorry. That's bad in Britain. I don't even know what I was going to say because I just tried to do this and I had to restart my whole computer because it all froze on me. Okay. I wanted to tell you I got worms. I got the Happy Worm Farm and I've got worms. So I want to show you what that is. Da 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 da! And I wanted to show you who's living inside there. So I was really pleased about this. I told Anthony, well, he told me not to buy anything on eBay while he was away at the music festival, and I totally did buy things while he was at the music festival. So I called him when he was sitting around a campfire full of guys, and they were giving him a really hard time. They were like, "There's no girls, it's bros, not hoes," all this nonsense in the background, because it was just a bunch of guys. And they were giving him a hard time for talking to his wife. So I was like, Anthony, I have to tell you something. It's very important. I don't want you to be upset. He's like, why would I be upset? And obviously it gets real quiet because everybody sitting around is like, oh, why would I be upset? What's going on? Well, then I was like, Anthony, I got worms. And he's like, what do you mean you got worms? And all of a sudden you hear in the background, ah! And everyone's all freaking out in the background. And he never did clarify to them that I was talking about composting worms. But that's okay. I got the guys, and I knew if I didn't go ahead and get them, that I'd never actually make my worm thing for composting. So I just want to show you my worm composter. This is a temporary and small get-up, but it's so far composted quite a lot of goodies. And there are plans for a big one involving a huge full-size trash can and jam and newspaper and stuff. So I'm going to introduce you to the guys. Anthony got all these wonderful mushrooms containers that his work has mushrooms delivered to the hotel. So inside the Happy Worm Farm, you may see some flies, and God knows what else, but at least it doesn't smell. So in here you've just got the latest batch of stuff. It's radish leaves, and then sweet potato skins and carrot skins. And hopefully you'll be able to see some of these guys. Like, there's millions of them, and I swear there's twice as many now as there were 5 minutes ago. I can't get a hold of them, they're too fast. Hold on. Come on, worms. You probably don't like me picking them up. But there you have it. Millions of them. And they're turning all of this goodies into, like, yummy. With the best compost in the world. So I'm really excited about it. I know it's kind of weird to be that excited about some worms, but the basic plan is... Hold on, we're not finding any more worms. I'm going to show Mandi the basic plan. The basic plan is 3 of these boxes. They have holes on the side for ventilation of the mushrooms and no holes in the bottom. So what I did was, I took my drill, look at all the flies. I took my drill and I drilled all these holes along here, and then I zip tied them together so it would make the joint that opens and closes. And stop it, in the bottom of the middle container, let's see if I can get this off here, I drained a bunch of holes. I put a bunch of holes with the drill as well, so that way they wouldn't drown in their own pee or decomposing stuff. If it needed to drip, it would drip into the drip tray and it wouldn't be lost. And then I set it inside another container, and then I drilled a little hole with the ties just for prettiness. And I have to turn over the junk inside it like once a week to keep the worms happy and keep it all aerated so it doesn't ever start to smell. And I honestly can't tell. I keep it inside, despite the flies. I honestly can't tell that that it's there. I would have thought it would kind of stink, but it doesn't. So I just want to share that with you because it's healthy and good for the environment. So, what?
Tube.
A tube. What?
The tube.
What tube?
The melty ones?
I can't take it off. You have to wait till Daddy comes home.
Maybe you could get a fast screwdriver.
Hold on. I'll show you what she's talking about. Hold on. Let's go get it. Right. This is how we keep our mouse. Because he's a boy, he smells pretty horrible. And so we have him in an open top container on a little table because fancy mice are scared of heights, and if you keep them on a shelf a few feet above ground, they're terrified they'll fall off and they'll not ever escape. So she wants me to take this tube off because he has figured out that if he hides in the tube, then she can't pick him up. So basically in there all you have is newspapers or phone books. His little, it's actually one of Raven's toys, but it's a little toy house thing that he usually makes his bed in, but the bed's been destroyed. She gave him a little privacy curtain so he could eat behind his privacy curtain, and his jar of water and his food. But I'm pretty pleased with the setup because it means that it doesn't smell as bad. Being a male mouse, they stink, and there's much more air, so it doesn't stink. So she wants me to take the tube off, and I honestly don't know how to do it. It's kind of complicated. And I have to be careful because this, Mrs. Lovett, smells him, and now she wants to kill him. And I'm not saying that jokingly. She hates other rodents. So she's my girl. She gets all evil when she thinks that there's a mouse around. So let me go put him out of the way. I just moved the rabbit into the playroom too so that the rabbit would get more playtime. She was upstairs, but since the weather's been good, everybody stays downstairs and goes outside, and I just figured it would be nicer for the rabbit to be around where all the action was, and then she'll get out more and get to run around the house and stuff. So other than that, my very angry rat is now giving me the dirtiest look. Other than that, that's all there is new to tell you. Duncan is scheduled to get the squeeze of the testicles on Thursday. So I'll let you know how horrific that is, but it sounds pretty terrible. Okay, well, I love you. I hope this video thing works, and I hope to not be saying take 3 in a minute and 7, and I get all crazy when I see my movements. I can't stop looking. I'm like a kid in front of a mirror. Okay, well anyhow, forgive the crazy face, but it's kind of the way I look these days. Have fun. Bye.